Now's the time to choose your group. You can pause this video or wait to have the close-up of the stones. This is group 1, the coral. This is group 2. I forget what this stone is called, but I know it's man-made and it was gifted to me. This is group 3. This is the calcite, the pink calcite. So remember, take a couple of deep breaths in and just see which one is calling to you right now. Could be the backs of the cover or the positions of the cards. Timestamps are down below. And enjoy your reading, you incredible souls.
Hello, my Sagittarius group ones. Welcome to your monthly reading, your February monthly reading, done by yours truly, Katarina looking. First time doing this, so I'm going to wing it. Let me know if this is something you guys enjoyed. And yeah, we're gonna go with tarot cards, then some oracles, and you'll probably get, like I said, I'm winging it, so we'll whatever comes out, whatever matches it comes out, and we'll get right to it. It's going to be uncut, unedited, so I could bring this out as soon as possible. So group 1, Sagittarius, my fire sign. Group 1, Sagittarius, what do you need to know for you guys? Sagittarius, what do we need to know for the month of February? Would be helpful to know for the month of February. Okay, too many. Month of February. 8 of Pentacles. You're reaping what you will be sowing for the month of February. You might be taking off the blinds, the masks that you've had. Let's see what else do we have. Sagittarius, so much fun tapping into so many different types of Sagittarius today. Let's see what else. Okay. What do we need to know? Okay, we have a couple of cards here. There is a completion. Not quite. Let's see. Okay. There's a resistance. Okay, come on. Sagittarius, what do we need to know? For Sagittarius, group 1, February. Okay. Ooh, beautiful. I love seeing a 10 of Cups at the end of all this. Sag, group 1s. Sag, group 1s, February. Sag. Okay, so let's start right away with this. With this over here, the Judgment's in reverse. So first week of February for you, I feel like there's going to be a lot of resistance. You have the 8 of Swords. You have built yourself in this cocoon-like environment. You're afraid of taking the blinds off. It's almost like you're in denial of something. You do not wish or choose to see things as they are, or you're just very scared to see things as they are. It's like you created this idea and this story about yourself, but to see anything else, it's like you've blindfolded yourself so you don't have any opposition to show you the opposites of that. What's interesting is that you have the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles over here is usually you reap what you are sowing. So what I'm seeing over here is that, especially with like these persons not really, you know, the 4 of Wands are reversed usually means like a lack of celebrations or something that you are not, you're kind of refusing to enjoy. And this coupled with this to me is saying that, you know, you're reaping what you are sowing in terms of your fears and in terms of the conditions that you're trying to avoid. Kind of being the creator of your reality in that sense. But your reality right now, the stories that you're telling yourselves, is not those of love. They're not love stories. They're really based on fears. And this is really holding back your judgment, holding back this evolution. Like, instead of seeing yourself as worthy, seeing yourself as capable, seeing yourself as strong and as able to face your fears, you're seeing more, and these are just examples, you're kind of like denying those parts of yourself. I don't deserve to be here. I don't deserve this money. I don't deserve this partner or this love or these friends. And I feel like mid-February is going to be really, really, really important for you to get out of that funk, get out of that mindset. It's like you're creating your prison. You have created your prison and you're reaping what you've sowed, which is this prison. You've stopped seeing friends, you stopped having fun, almost, is what I'm getting here. But what's interesting here is that you have the 8 of Pentacles again, but in reverse. So by the end of this month, there is going to be a shift. There's going to be some kind of shift. Let's just see what kind of shift. I feel like there's like a boss that is annoying you, a person that exudes this kind of, you know, King of Wands, but in reverse. This King of Wands in reverse usually means someone who's very volatile, not ungrounded. He's someone that's, you know, rude, judgmental, and whoever this person is, I almost want to say like it might be an event, but I'm not feeling an event. It's kind of stifling. It's not helping the situation over here of you creating your prison. To me, the Nine of Coins over here in Pentacles underneath these cards is, to me, is saying that you're trying to become this ultimate creator, this beautiful, aligned, aware person. This is why the Judgment card is here, but it's in resistance mode. It's in judgment mode, basically. Instead of seeing and releasing yourself from judgment, which would normally be the upright version, you are judging yourself. And I have a feeling it has something to do with this person, whoever this person is. It could be a he, it could be a she, it could be a could be an event. It could be an event that triggered it, a trauma. It's some kind of trauma. I do believe it has more to do with the person that might still be in your life. And you just haven't found a way to disassociate yourself with what they're saying and this person and your beliefs about yourself. Because just because they say something, just because somebody tells you something, that doesn't mean it's true. It's their truth. Doesn't mean that it's the ultimate truth. If you go up into the sky and you ask the universe, is this ultimately true? They're 100% guaranteed. Nobody in the sky wrote with a chalkboard, hey, this is absolutely true. This situation with my Sag group ones, okay? About you. Like, it's everybody's reality is just a reality. Your reality is your reality. There's just so many different realities happening all at the same time. Which one are you going to choose, right? Now, let's go to mid-February. Over here, you have the 4 of Wands, which is, again, you still have it in reverse. These two are the same cards in different decks. So mid-February, you're still feeling this kind of unease. You don't feel motivated. You don't feel like you want to celebrate anything. You don't feel like you want to be around people. And you're almost like denying messages from loved ones. It's almost like you're getting these messages and you just don't want anything to do with it. you're almost like, again, stuck in this prison of like, why always me? And more importantly, and this could actually mean that you might be in trouble. Like, I'm feeling like it's self-made, but maybe it's time to actually go get specific professional help, right? If you're somebody who's just emotionally drained and mentally drained, and it's affecting your physics, like your body at this point, and where you cannot let anything new ideas in, it's going to be so important for you to actually go and do something different. Go find somebody, and let's say you have already found and seek professional help, you're going to need to go maybe for a second opinion or somebody else, because whoever you went to go see, maybe he was biased in some ways or another. It's like I'm sensing just a lot of heartache and a lot of pain. And like with this card coming up, I am sensing that is self-inflicting. But if you're in a dangerous situation, do go ask for help. I am not I'm not someone who is like, I'm not a professional in, let's say, in any kind of trauma, right? So if you are in trouble, this is probably not the place to be. You might have to call, if you are in trouble, maybe police or anybody in that field. But for most of you, I am feeling that it is self-made, this prison, and it's just getting you from moving forward. The Chariot is all about moving forward, traveling somewhere else. And over here, hello, I'm gonna need to apologize. Basically my camera's just stopped recording because I had no more space and I just didn't have a chance to just figure it out. So let's continue. Sagittarius Group 1. I was at basically identifying that there is a big just possibility of like your divine self, your divine feminine, this just beautiful version of yourself is kind of being, I don't want to say, yeah, kind of like smothered. It's kind of being smothered by the ideas of others, the ideas of the judgments that you've been putting upon yourself about, maybe people who have proved you right or who have identified you in a specific way, and you just took it at point blank, that yes, this must be who I am. But again, like I said, the chalkboard in the sky, there's nobody that has decided that unless you decide that to be true, right? Now, by the end of the month, no matter what is going on, you have a beautiful 10 of Cups, which is all about your wishes, desires, right? And it's coming from this hardship. And what's really interesting is that, you had your Eight of Swords over here upright, but then you have it in reverse, which means that by the end of it, you're going to release yourself from these limiting beliefs that you've been just bonding yourself with. And it's going to be super important to, like, the way this is going to happen is through a different perspective. So I feel like by the end of February, it's already going to just be so fed up of being miserable or of listening to people that think they know you, or listening to your limiting beliefs and being like, you know what, this is not making me happy. I do not feel plentiful. I feel depleted every time. Every time I think of this or I believe this, it's time to switch it up. It's time to change it around. And I really feel like you have the Ace of Swords over here in the beginning of this card reading, and for me it's just like a new way of thinking. It's in reverse, so it's been kind of jet lagged would be the best word I could use. So when you go so, I don't want to say quickly, when you're in a vibration, when you're in a frequency, this could be a thought pattern, this could be a program, you're building momentum. And that momentum kind of turns into almost a train going at 250 kilometers an hour. So for you to just stop that train, there's going to be a lag period before it actually ends, right? So everything that you've been going through has built up a momentum. So for you to just stop it point blank, it's going to take a little time before your body it's kind of like that hangover period where your body is so used to a specific hormone by a specific thought that it's going to go to withdrawal symptoms at this point. And if we're just looking at it as energy, you might not see or reap the benefits right away, but it's going to be super necessary and super almost detrimental to your health and your well-being and you moving forward and you getting to this spot. And I'm almost getting the sense that it's already in the works. Like in February, you're already in the works of it all, but it's going to be almost like concretized by the end of the month, especially with this 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Did I say Pentacles? Yes, I said Pentacles. Oh, wow. Okay, I saw this as an 8 of Swords because look how miserable she looks on it. But if I'm thinking about that, that's probably one of the messages that you definitely need to think about. Oh, but now that I look at it like this also with the 8 of Pentacles and how miserable, this might be job related. This might be like a boss that is just busting your balls and just not letting you be and just letting you be. Kind of like I'm getting this controlling vibe. Somebody's not happy with themselves, so they try to control everybody else because they think it's the only way to be happy, right? Usually people who are trying to control is because they can't control, is because they have this this belief system that if they control everything, then everything's going to be fine, right? It's this lack of trust in the universe, lack of trust, probably lack of trust of themselves. They probably might not have trust in themselves, so they're expressing it in this controlling way. Or for some of you, like I mentioned before, maybe some of you are in trouble and you have somebody that's extremely controlling and maybe even physically abusive, and that you need to speak up or at least go get professional help. Okay, that's only for maybe a selective few, maybe nobody, hopefully nobody. I would not wish that upon not even my greatest enemies. Okay, one more message here before we go into oracles. You have the 4 of Wands, not 4 of Wands, 4 of Swords, which is all about deep rest. And you have the 2 of Emotion, the 2 of Cups. So whoever this person is, you need to start building self rituals for yourself, love rituals for yourself. What's the word I'm looking for? Self-care rituals. Especially when it's been emotionally charged. It's going to be so important for you to take deep moments of rest if you want to recharge your battery. Like at this moment, like you see how, look at that. Look how her eyes are shining through the relaxation. This is where you want to be. This is where you're heading. Oh, there's the 8 of Pentacles. Beautiful. You did have an extra 8 of Pentacles. Sorry. Yes, so deep rest is going to be super important, especially when you get emotionally charged with someone or someone's emotionally charging you in one way or another. I would even say to do it as many times a week to focus on that. I believe that should be your main focus. To me, this is like your overall energy right here. It's about taking deep rests, especially in regards to any emotional, love related, coworker related, anything that has to do with people. Like you need to, I'm always also getting the sense that this deep rest is spent for you to release whatever energies are not yours, because we We pick up energies from other people. Just walking down the streets, there's a possibility that you pick up someone's energy, right? Even if you don't know them, just the fact that you look each other in the eye, or they slightly approach you, you get close enough, that energy could actually be picked up by someone who doesn't really know how to protect their energy, right? We have an energetic field for a reason. We have a magnetic field for a reason. Magnetic field is like a magnet. You're gonna basically attract whatever you're putting out there. So if you're putting out there anger, sadness, resentment, well, you're magnetizing yourself to attract more of that. And if you're someone who's walking next to someone who's having those same emotional reactions, you might just magnetically pick that up subconsciously, right? That's why it's so important. And I cannot stress this enough, to really pay attention to the thoughts that you're having. Every thought should be monitored, should be a reflex. Oh, I'm thinking about this. Is this serving me in any way? No. Okay, let's switch it up. Let's go for a walk. Let's do jumping jacks. A lot of the times it's not being grounded. That could be, yeah, definitely. If you don't know what grounded is, there's so many ways to actually get grounded. I'm thinking of making a video today on my Instagram. That information is in the bio. Yeah, so important. Grounding is one of the best tools to really release energy that just doesn't serve us. So because I just remember that we do have an 8 of Pentacles, and we have it here in reverse. By the end of it, because it's all about reaping the seeds that you have sowed. And we were talking about how these are the these are the seeds, these are the your blossoming, kind of your fears are creating these realities. And I feel like it's going to be disrupted. I feel like by the end of the month, especially with this hangman, you're going to slowly start just creating a new reality. You're sowing new seeds, and it's going to be those of all your heart's desires. Now, it's going to be super important to know what you want, right? Like, especially this month, what do you want? And you can go in as many details as you want, or as general as you want. It could be just, I want to be happy. I want to be grounded. I want to feel peace. It could be as basic and as simple as that. And that's just going to ricochet even more wants and desires. All I know is that the 10 of Cups is really encompasses everything. Family, love, friendships, relationships, work, abundance. This is what this card is all about. Now, I'm going to leave you with one oracle card. The Vision Quest. Ooh, okay, yes, definitely need to go deep within this month. What do I want? If you have a chance to go to the spa and really do those hot and cold therapies, go for a medicine walk. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up. This month's all about you and releasing what no longer serves you, to not necessarily replace it, but to basically to find yourself again. Find the true essence of who you are. Find the truth of your heart's desires. And for the good kind, we're going to read it from the book. I don't really remember what it means. 35. 35. Bringing love and kindness to your situation, honest and fulfilling work, acting from the heart, the bounty of a job done well, doing the right thing, serving with love, finding joy in the simple pleasures of life, seeking simplicity and goodness in your situation. It was in reverse, so we're going to read a self-care message as well. A need to put others first, time spent defining the good you bring, time spent defining the good you bring to the world, a need to stop judging, accepting others as they are, being the change. So, sweet spirit, why are you working so hard? Really? What do you hope to gain in your current situation? Money, security, authority, love, acceptance, worthiness, growth? What are you working to find? Alongside whatever word your subconscious mind served up for you, add these two words, goodness and kindness. Allow these good old-fashioned vibrations to cut through the fog of your worries and let them lead you as you do the work. You get a massive energetic upgrade when we witness and partake in simple virtuous gestures, and we undervalue them all the time. Allow them to be an important part of the solution. Goodness asks you to seek simple joys, to unplug, and to do something because it's the right thing to do, not because of what you will gain. Kindness asks you to help someone out just because, to look at potential instead of just flaws, to listen with an open heart, to witness without judgments. Modern society can often paint their virtues as naive, superficial, light and love, or even insincere. But whoa, what goodness, genuine goodwill, and selflessness always opens the most rewarding doors. Try some good and kind on for size because they may be way more fresh and alive than you remember, and they are always, always the good kind of undertaking. Here are some questions to ponder. How can you lift yourself by lifting others? It's time to do the work, the good work. What does this mean to you? How can you shift focus from the metrics, the tech, the marketing, the drama, and the complex, and find a simple option that is rooted in kindness and goodness? An additional message, I think, is that when we do something good for others, it makes us feel good, right? A lot of the times, it's like another way of distracting ourselves from our heartaches or disarray, but doing it by bringing hope and faith and kindness to someone else just raises our frequency, right? Again, it's like what you sow, you shall reap. So this might be an invitation to go work in a homeless shelter, to get out of your own way and be like, you know what, okay, all this is happening, there's a bunch of stuff, I'm not happy with this or that, but let me do something good. Not necessarily just to feel good about myself, but just to remember to stay humble and remember to, like, a reminder that some people might just have it worse, and remind you of the things that you might have forgotten to be grateful for, right? And I think that'll be all for you guys, my Sag group ones. If you've liked this, like, share, and subscribe. There's if more people, if I get a lot of people that actually like this, then we might get one every month. And if that's the case, I'll see you all in March. Ciao. Hello, my group 2 Sages. Welcome to your monthly forecast of February 2022. This is the first time I'm doing this, so I'm just winging it. So far, I've started with tarot cards, and maybe we will pull some oracle cards towards the end. I've noticed that the what's been coming out is basically we do the first week, second week, like the first quarter, second quarter, like middle, and then the ending of the month, right? So let's start right away. Super honored to have you guys here on my channel. Do give me any kinds of comments, some constructive criticism. Let me know if this has resonated at all. Towards the end of this month, towards the end of the video. So, my Sag group 2. Sag group 2. Right, let's do this. 7 of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Wands, and 8 of Pentacles reversed. I am kind of blown away how many in each zodiac there's like the same cards that come up, and it's not like I don't shuffle them. I have I put the cards in different areas too. More. Ooh, something fast is going to happen for my Sagittarius group 2. There. There's a lack of patience of some kind. Sag group 2. Oh wow, we had the 8 of Swords in my group 1 too. It's crazy. I'm blown away. High Priestess and 7 Pentacles. Okay. 10. Oh. And 9 of Cups. Wow. It's going to be a lovely month for you guys. Release that I love. Ooh. Okay. So, for the archetypes of your month, there's a sense of like you reaping what you sow, right? Like the 8 of Coins is basically a person that's looking at his garden and looking at the buds ever growing, and a time of rest. But right now this is linked with the 4 of Pentacles, which is like this kind of limiting beliefs on money. Probably there's not enough of money. It's usually somebody just holding on to their money, afraid that there's not going to be enough for everybody, including themselves. So there's just this energy of changing limiting beliefs around your position with money, right? Now, we're going to go with the first week. The first week, we have the 7 of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the 8 of Pentacles. So for me, I'm sensing like there's been, for a while now, you've been feeling lethargic. You haven't been feeling like your top self. You haven't been feeling like you've been wanting to go into work. There's like this sense of unease, basically. But what's going to be interesting is this new aha moment. You're going to have like this idea. You're going to be like, whoa, this is something I want to do. This is something I want to kind of just try and dabble in. It's something that you've been very passionate about. I feel like this is something from your childhood. This is something that is coming back up. This is something that was there before, and you're kind of revisiting it, and you're like, whoa, like I want to do this. And then you have, once again, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, which is the same card as this. So I feel like your limiting beliefs around money is going to limit you into taking your first steps towards this endeavor. It's it's kind of controlling you right now. You're probably thinking like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to make a lot of money doing this thing. I don't know if it's going to be worth it. You know, I have a sense of comfort. You're like comfortable right now where you are, and you kind of don't want to rock the boat. But Sag Group 2s rock that boat. I'm saying that because you have the Eight of Wands, you have the Knight of Coins, which is Pentacles, and then you have the Ace of Cups. So it's going to fulfill you not only emotionally, but it's going to bring you um, to to a stable abundance that you've been looking for. Now, the thing with the Knight of Pentacles, unlike the other knights, he's more slow moving. You do have the Eight of Wands over here, which means it's gonna happen fast. Like you're gonna be like, I feel like once you decide like, okay, this is what I want to do, I don't care about the money, I'm not gonna let my analytical mind just take over, I'm going to move forward. It's gonna happen so fast. Money is gonna be steady but slow. The only difference between what you're doing right now and where you're going is that is going to fulfill you emotionally. There's going to be a new emotional, I almost feel like it was like a void before this intuitive inspired hit that you'll have. Now towards the middle of February, you have Patience and the Chariot over here. So you're not going to feel like you're moving fast enough. You're probably somebody who's used to going super fast and used to, you know, doing the things that you want, and now you kind of feel limited, more strategic in what you're doing. But it's only the lack of patience that is missing right now. You need to stay patient. I almost feel like all of this is for you to learn patience, or to just learn it a little more. Like le concrétiser, to solidify it. Now, by the middle of February, it's going to be very important not to let your analytical mind once again take over, because you have the Eight of Swords. This is like someone fabricating their own prison. They have put themselves in a prison of their own making, which is their minds. Is generally speaking someone that is depicted with blindfold and tied, but the thing is, she's not really tied. She can untie herself. So especially, I feel like it has to do with this not going fast enough. By the middle of February, it's going to be super important for you to ground your energy, but more importantly, I would even suggest meditate to really bring this mind chatter down. Just paying attention to it already brings this kind of thought patterns down, right? And kind of see the reality of the matter. I also feel like it has to do with you remembering why you started this endeavor. I feel like you started it so you can be emotionally fulfilled, because you did not feel happy where you were or where you are right now. And what's interesting with all this is that you have like in the middle of the mid-February, you end with the Seven of Pentacles. It's the one we started with, right? And this one was in reverse. So you're, by following this inspired hit and by going forward with it, obviously you don't follow any kind of inspired hit without doing some research. So make sure you do research for sure. But your biggest lesson here is to be patient, because you need a momentum to kind of set in so you can move forward. And you want the ball to get moving, but you need a momentum for that. And it's all about how you perceive things and how you decide to let it affect you. And patience is going to be your virtue. But what's super exciting is that you have the High Priestess. So to me, it's like it's almost like you're going to evolve spiritually maybe even physically and mentally and emotionally, but more specifically, spiritually. And this is the new seeds that you're going to be sowing. You know, I was saying how like your idea of money, like the overall energy, was that you don't feel like you've been sowing the right seeds. You've kind of been controlled by your income or your status on income. You might have been one of those people that, you know, you believe that you need to work hard with your money. That's why you hoard a lot of money instead of spending. I feel like there's going to be a newfound way of spending, and it's going to be so important for you to have a beautiful relationship with money instead of being scared of it. And I kind of feel like that's where it's heading with this high priestess. It's this new way of seeing the world, new way of playing with it, exploring it, getting curious about it. And by doing that, you're already planting new seeds, right? And the beauty by the end of this week is basically your heart's desires will be attained. You have the 10 of Cups, which is basically whatever you've wanted, whatever your heart desired, it's going to happen. The 10 of Cups is the completion card. It is the card of all your wishes, desires. It's funny because my group ones had this too. So yeah, actually group one had 10 of Cups. You had the 10 of Pentacles, which comes up to the same thing. It's more like the only difference is that the achievement has been done, and now you're looking at your garden, your abundant garden, and you're basking in it. But it's a card of achievement. And then you have the 9 of Cups, which is a man who is usually in front of his 9 cups and just almost like showing off, look, I did it, but not in like a smug way. It's more like a proud, like, I set it out, I made the plans, I did the research, and look, I didn't give up, I stayed patient, and this is what I had. Now there might still be a couple of bad apples in terms of energetically speaking, but what's interesting is that you have also the Knight of Cups. We had the Knight of Coins, and now we have the Knight of Cups, which is two very slow moving knights. These are the two very slow moving knights. This is all about your emotional desires and drives. And it's like the lover card. It's like the ultimate love. And I feel like you're gonna find a newfound love with this endeavor. Maybe it is a wedding. Maybe there might be a wedding also. Maybe it has something to do with a relationship. Why? That's why you have the Ace of Wands, which is about passion, right? And being patient and planting the seeds that will bring you to this love, instead of, you know, thinking that you're not worthy, that there's nobody out there that's good enough. And maybe these knights are that person, and this Ace of Cups could be this newfound love that you have been longing for, right? Whichever it is, the main message to take is be patient. Be patient and do take risks, but more importantly, start looking at the limiting beliefs, the programs that are already in your subconscious that you need to, you know, just deroot so you can plant new, beautiful seeds. Like, that is the main message over here. Let's plant new seeds. Let's deroot the old ones. Let's connect to our soul and move forward so you can get all your heart's desires and change the course of your life. Let's end with a couple of oracles. Guardian angel, you are well protected. If you are afraid in any way, if you've been feeling blue, or your guides and your angels just want you to know that you got this, and that you can rely on them. You can rely on them for anything, even if it's just a shoulder to cry on. And trust the magic, trust yourself, trust the process. And by trusting the process, then that also includes patience, right? You're being patient with yourself. 7 more, power. Yes, power comes back to this 8 of Wands. It's Ace of Wands. It's finding your inner power. Instead of being controlled by external forces, you have now decided to take charge. Like, I feel February is for you to take charge of your life. And you're going to do that by finding this inner strength, this inner power, by leaning on people, whether it's etheric or physical, and just trusting the process and trusting in yourself and trusting that the universe has your back. And the only way to do that is by communicating with it, right? Like, everything has a vibration, everything has a frequency. Our words are frequencies. Just by talking loving words or asking questions to, people who we feel are there, you're having an energetic relationship with them, right? Does that make sense? Let me know if that resonated. Thank you so much, my group 2 Sages. If you'd like this, let me know if you'd like to see more of these kinds of pick a card readings. And I love you so much. Thank you for allowing me to take part in this incredible journey of yours called love and life. And I'll see you guys all very soon. Ciao. Hello, group 3 Sag. Welcome to Looking Inwards February forecast. First time ever, so just letting you know right away, we're gonna wing it. So far I've been doing tarot cards. Sometimes I pull oracle cards. We usually go, so far I've been going like first quarter, second quarter, and then third quarter. We've been just going like the beginning of the month, middle, and ends. Yeah, if I get a lot of comments saying that they like this kind of reading, we're gonna do many more. Let me know if any of it will resonate towards the end of the video, and let's just get right to it. Let's do Sag group 3. Sag group 3. Sag group 3. February. What do we need to know for February? What do we need to know for February? February, Sag group 3. February, Sag group 3. Too many. February, Sag group 3. February, Sag group 3. Oh, okay. Knight of Cups reverse. Knight of Cups, February, Sag group 3. February, Sag group 3. 6 of Pentacles and the Hermit. Ooh, okay, it's gonna definitely be time. February for you is not gonna be a time for going out. Perfect for winter if you're in the northern hemisphere. Sag group 3. Oopsies. Okay, I'm feeling this one. Heartache. Strength. Okay. Okay, I don't know if some of you have been a lot of 6s over here for you guys. A lot of 6s. Interesting. Okay. Definitely deep rest for you guys by the end of the month. Ooh, but it's going to be fast moving. By the end of the month, I feel like something's going to clear up. We're rebalancing. I feel like there's been a give and take and a walking away, especially from someone who hasn't been very honest with you. Okay. I'm gonna just the archetype of the next February Sag group 3. Ooh, okay, a resistance of death. You have been resisting probably why the Hermit is there. I just want one card. One more card. One more card for Sag. A lot of major arcanas for you guys. So overall energy, you have the Hierophant and you have the Death card. So there is definitely, the message that I'm getting here is more like a death of an ongoing pattern. So the Hierophant is all about religious beliefs, but more importantly, like this disciplinary one size fits all kind of cookie cutter shape, and you kind of have to let go of that. Like this month is all about you letting go of this being put inside a box. And you've been resisting it. You've been trying to fit in, you've been trying to mold in, you've been trying to I'm getting the sense of like you don't believe anybody should walk outside the lines. Everybody should be in a straight line and everybody should be doing the right things, whatever those right things is, because it's arbitrary, right? It's all about perspective. But we should be listening to the rules. We should listen to our governments, listening to the laws and all that. And there's a part of you that isn't agreeing with that anymore. And instead of just allowing this death to naturally occur, you're kind of resisting it. Okay, that's the overall energy that I'm getting for you for February, group 3's Sag. For the first week of November, I'm getting a resistance of walking away from something. So this could be what I was telling you about, or this could be people, this could be a work situation. Something's just not leveling up. Like something's just not, it's just not filling your soul. You have the 9 of Cups over here. It's just not bringing you to the success or the desires that you've been wanting and desiring for so long. It's not filling up your cup, basically. For this to happen, you're probably going to need to go within. I mean, not probably, you will need to go within. You have a major arcana over here within the first week, and it's the Hermit. The Hermit is all about that sacred flow of going within. It's this moment of solitude where you need to almost like stop distracting yourself. Like the 6 of Pentacles is all about asking for help and giving help, and it has to be like an equal exchange. And I'm sensing here that you've been giving, but now you have to give yourself, and one way of doing that is just staying at home and not doing anything with anybody, not distracting yourself with social media, not distracting yourself with work, not distracting yourself with anything. It's time to just, go to a spa, put your phone behind and just chill and see what comes up. I feel like there's like trauma that's been trying to heal and you haven't been letting it heal. You haven't been feeling the feels, or you haven't been just self-soothing, right? Trauma is all about, doesn't mean you have to accept what happened, but you can just talk to yourself like you would your best friends. And we don't have that reflex. We have the reflex to do it for others, but not when it comes to ourselves. We tend to forget that we need to be our own best friends. A lot of information already. Towards the middle of the week, it already looks like it's smooth sailing. But I want to get to these cards, okay? It's interesting because you have the 6 of Swords over here in reverse, but then you have it over here upright. So whatever's going to happen, whatever you probably know what I'm talking about, whatever you need to let go of, whatever you need to move away from. And I mean move away literally, because you have by the end of this month, you're going to be walking away from it. Right now, there's just resistance because it's always scary to walk away from something, especially like, let's say, for example, if you've been, let's say it's a person and you're living with that person, and then just the idea of the paperwork and everything that needs to be done for the separation. It's heavy. It's heavy energy. That's why it's going to be really important for you to touch base with yourself and go within and really figure out what you do want. Because that, just because you need to walk away from something doesn't mean you have to do it right away. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a plan. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be doing research. But what I find really interesting here is that I have a feeling that it has something to do with love related. It might be a relationship. It could be work. It could be a coworker. Whatever it is, it's been weighing on your heart for a very, very long time. The Three of Swords is not a card to be playing around with. This is like heavy, heavy, heavy ass shit that you very emotional stuff that hurt. And the original picture is usually a heart with like 3 knives stabbed into it. So something that you held dear to your heart. If it's not a relationship, it could be maybe it was a house you needed to let it go, or maybe it was a pet, or like I said, a job that you really love but you just did not feel right in it anymore. All I know is that there's going to be an opportunity, and there's going to be hope for the future, because I feel like doors are going to open up too. There's doors. There's like, the world is your oyster. As soon as you put this to rest and you put it to bay, and you stop resisting and going into the calm, because the Six of Swords is all about going into the calm, going into calmer waters. And it's going to be super important to do, because by the mid-February, you're going to be leaving. I mean, if you've done the work, because this is all subjective, right? If you do the work, if you go within, if you really realize like, okay, where's the inequality? Where am I giving too much, or where I'm not receiving in my life, relationship, work, career, and it's going to take a lot of strength. It's going to take so much. This is a major arcana, another major arcana. But it's going to be worth it, because you have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands, as you can see, is like, it's crazy, because you have the boat going into calmer waters, and then this one, it indicates a success. It's usually, the original card is a person coming on his horse, and it's a huge celebration because this person has achieved something, and he's bringing the banner of his achievement. So it's going to be like, people are going to see it like, if you've been yearning for success, as soon as you start letting go and replacing it with the things that you need to replace it with, people are going to start seeing this and maybe even get really, really inspired by you. So it's not going to be easy. Strength is all about inner strength. It's all about like doing the work even when you don't feel like it, leaving even when you don't feel like it, even if it hurts you so bad, but you know it's what you need to do, right? Woo! And by the end of February, we're going to need to go back into rest mode, because it's going to be anything that's emotionally triggered, like anything that's emotionally triggering needs deep, deep rest for it to be integrated. And as you can see, this is not a card to be playing around with. It's not like my other Four of Swords. This one really looks like it's in pain, and if it doesn't rest, you might actually like physically die. Okay, metaphorically speaking, obviously. Hopefully metaphorically. If this has anything to do with anybody being in trouble, I don't know why I've been getting that message. Please call the cops. Like, just don't wait until it's too late. What's super fun though, after your deep rest, okay, you're gonna need to go back into hermit mode almost, or go to a spa. Just, you're gonna need to get your energies back up. You're gonna be moving, because after that it's nonstop. You're gonna be moving forward and unstoppable. You are going to, the Chariot is another major arcana, and it means movement, it means traveling, it means getting the out of wherever you were. And we have another Six of Coins, another Six of Pentacles. This one's in reverse though. So whatever lessons that you still haven't learned about give and take, they're going to come back here, unless you have learned them. I feel like if you have learned them initially, they're not going to really come back. But It could also be, it could also mean that you might break that pattern, but that's not what I'm feeling because you have the 8 of Coins over here. I feel like there's still going to be a moment where you're not going to be feeling like there's still going to be resistance. Like you're going to be doing it. Like mid-February, it's done. You've made a decision. But I feel like if this is a person, they're going to try to come back and swindle their way back into getting you. Because the 7 of Swords is all about, you know, someone sneaky, conniving. You see he's like kind of stealing over here from one of the camps, and it's the only card that you walking away. The 8 of Cups over here is literally somebody walking away from something that was very, very emotional, who has taken the decision, and it's the only one that's upright. So they're gonna try, but ultimately, emotionally speaking, mentally, spiritually, you have already made your decision, and it's going to be that much easier for you to move forward and walk away. So I barely, like, I'm 99.9% sure that this is what's going to happen, because I feel like you will be doing the work, and I feel like maybe this reading has resonated with you, and you're like, oh snap, okay, yes, let's get on that. And the faster you do it, the faster it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen even before February, right? So some of you might be, because I'm gonna post this in the first week of February, so maybe all whatever has happened is already kind of happening right now. So by the mid, where we're getting to, maybe you're already like, oh yes, yes. Let's go with an oracle card for pre-Sag. Okay, I have 2. Okay, there's too many now. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, let's go with this one though. Owl, be the observer. Look at your situation from a higher perspective. This is what the owl's all about. The owl's like this observer. He's able to see at night, and it's just about taking time and seeing from above. Sometimes life feels like it's suction cupped, right? All our solutions and everything is suction cups to our face, but in reality, there's a whole variety of situations and solutions that you can take. It's just we don't see them. I'm gonna read it, and I think we're gonna end it with this 39. Look around you, notice every detail, and find the hidden messages brought to you by Owl. Do not shoot the messenger. Be grateful to the friend who shows you what you have not wanted to see until now. Observe all the facets of the diamond without judgment. Remember that the facets you dislike are often mirrors of the parts of you that you do not want to recognize. Do not be afraid of the truth, as it will become your compass. Yes, that's definitely very important too. Do not shoot the messenger. At a point, there might be people, and that might come with the 6 of Pentacles. Somebody might be actually helping you to see the truth. So, and I feel like you're going to acknowledge it, because you're going to go into this hermit mode, right? This is the first week of February we're talking about. Oh yeah, that's coming out very strongly now. It's going to sting, but it's going to be worth it. Oh yeah, especially with this Chariot over here. That is it for group 3's. Sagittarius, thank you so much for allowing me to take part in this incredible journey of yours. Thank you. I feel so honored. I love you guys so much. If you like this, like, share, subscribe, you know, that all that jazz. It's just pushes me to make more videos like these, especially if you enjoyed them. And that is it. Have a great February. I'll see you maybe in March.